Hello, everybody. Hi, today on a Wednesday, whereby me and Jen has already said that we will be sharing with you winning minds, winning life, and today we have a very special topic to share with you. Before that, if this is your first time watching both of us, I'm Esther from Malaysia, and she's
And Jen, I'm coming to you live with Esther. I'm from Singapore. Yes.
yeah. So hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Whether you're watching live or watching replay, we welcome you, and we are very happy to have you with us. Okay. So
Yes.
today we have a very special topic, and we both agree that this is a continuation from what we have been discussing throughout the past week. So the first week
Yes.
we have been discussing about self-doubt, and the second week we talked about motivation. And this week we find that this topic that we'll be sharing, passion, is something that is very important in everybody's life. Wouldn't you say
Yes.
so, Jen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, just now we were just chatting about everyone's definition and perspective about passion can be very, very different, right?
Yes.
So, how about you, Esther? What is your perspective, or what do you think about passion?
Okay. To me, right, when I actually come across this topic, I find it actually quite connected to motivation, which is the topic that we were discussing last week. So to me, passion is more of something that we like to do or love to do, whereas motivation is the reason why we do it. So when I
Yes.
think about passion, the first thing actually come to my mind now is durian. Because basically this is the season of durian, and my husband has been buying durian consistently coming back, so it has been flooding
Wow.
my mind. Yeah, so to me, one of my passion is eating my favorite food. How about you, Jen?
Well, definitely durians is my favorite food. That's definitely one of my passion as well. But yeah, you are right in a way, it's somewhat connected.
Mm,
But to me, I feel that passion is really pretty much about the emotions,
mm,
something that makes us feel good about it. So,
mm,
but I also like to think as passion, right? And we always say that it is important that whatever we do, especially in life, we need to have the
mm.
passion in life. So I
Yes.
just feel that passion is also somewhat like, to me, like it's just energy. It's probably a different word.
Mm,
And basically, passion is something that is able to, uh, it's like an energy that drives us throughout in
mm.
our life. Yeah,
Yes, that's true. That's
yeah,
true. Because why we actually come across this one day is because we actually heard I can't say it's a podcast, maybe it's just a video sharing about passion in life, and it
yes.
made me think about previously there were also people asking me, so Esther, what do you like to do in life? And even during interviews, so people will be asking like, what do you like to do during your free time? What are your hobbies?
Mm-mm.
So Jen, do you think this is something that is connected to passion as well?
Well, I guess yes, because like I said, passion is something we love to do, right?
Mm,
We feel excited about, and something that will propel us to do something, and we give our whole heart to. So if you're
mm,
passionate about doing something, you will definitely give your best. And
mm,
naturally, if you have something like you have a hobby, you will definitely want to put your heart and soul into it. So that's why a lot of
mm,
people, right, when they say that they don't know what to do in their job, or they want to change job, they
mm,
don't know what to do, they will tend to seek advice from the professionals. One of the things that professionals will tell you, what do you like to do? What is your hobby? Follow your heart, right?
mm.
Follow your heart. So
Okay.
as long as you follow your heart, that's when you will do well.
Mm,
Generally, that's the guideline. Yeah. So
mm,
I came across many I would say people who uh, do a lot of career switch just to follow
right.
their passion, because to follow their passion, and most of the passion is basically their hobbies. But I have
Mm,
also come across many people in life who just tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, and they don't seem to have the fire in them, as in they don't know
yeah.
why. Yeah, they don't know what they are doing, why they are doing. It's like it just become like it's a routine.
Routine. Yeah.
And it's like, we all grow up, right, since young.
Mm,
I'm sure we all have the same process standard.
Everything's arranged.
Yes, then you grow up, study well, find a good job, get married, have children, continue working, then get your loans because my house, you know, loans, etc., etc. So basically, you must work hard, and protect your rice bowl.
Correct.
The job. So we have always been drilled. Don't be greedy. Be contented. You know, too much money is no good. There's a lot of misconceptions. So end
Yeah.
up a lot of people, day-to-day people since young, that they like automatic, you know, drill in already. This is the life that it should be. So then many people that I know, they just follow through this system lah.
Yeah, that includes me and you, right? That's why we are here today.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, it's quite true because I mean, both of us basically experience this as well.
Yes.
Our journey, as what Jen has shared, we actually go through the stage of being a youth, and then we go to study in uni, and then we start to work, and then we get married, and then we have kids, and then we start to think about their future and start to work hard to earn more money. And along the way, we just somehow or rather, it is either we didn't discover our own passion, or we just somehow lose that focus on passion, because there are more important things to us that time, which is to protect our rice bowl, to provide for our family, and we just repeat the routine again and again. So somehow or rather along the way, the word passion just disappeared into thin air.
Yes,
Right.
and it just got buried, right? And I guess it comes to a point that where we realize that, hey, it cannot be this way, right? Because this routine is not getting us anywhere. It will just basically
It cage us inside that cycle, whereby it repeats again and again until probably after 8 decades of our life, and we just end our life there because we just don't know how to get out of that cycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is why exactly we are here to break this cycle, because we found opportunities one way or the other, and here we are, you know, changing our lives, and then pursuing our life with passion. And also, you know, we want to be able to bring this to many people, that being passionate about what you're doing and wanting to pursue your dreams is possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why, so that's why just now I was saying that really, to me, right, being having this passion in life is also makes me think, what are the day-to-day things that I do infuse me with energy. You know, when we are on this earth, we want to be happy every day. We should be living a happy life. Then that's more meaningful. Not just happy for ourselves, things that make us happy, and how we help other people. We see other people happy, we pay it forward. That is something that I think along the way, you know, we found that this also makes us happy. So what are the things, Esther, that you do that infuse you with passion on a daily basis? Yes, energy, right? Infuse you with energy every day.
Yeah, it is actually quite true, and it doesn't mean that if you are to choose to pursue your passion, pursue your passion, you have to give up whatever you are doing. There is always a win-win whereby you are able to still do what you're currently doing, because at the end of the day, we believe that you still need to have that capacity to protect your rice bowl, but at the same time, you're still able to pursue your passion. And this is something that many people might not have found the solution to, because to them it is, I've only have 24 hours a day. How am I supposed to actually divide out my time to pursue my passion and at the same time still commit to my rice bowl source, as in your job or whatever you're doing that is bringing the money. Yeah, so me and Jen here, actually, we have found a way to do so. And we hope that this is something that may benefit whoever who may be watching this replay or watching us live. Right, Jen? Would you like to share a bit about what we have found? How does it actually work?
Yeah. So actually, I would say that like we were saying, right? We started off, we also didn't know that there's this solution. We are all just, stuck in this situation. We feel so stuck, right? So because we are in a way driven by our dreams and passion to do things better, and we want to see our life being filled with a different type of
Energy.
energy. Wow. So that's why we then dare to take the first step to walk out of our comfort zone. So that's where, both of us, that's the first step where it is. We actually register for a webinar. We find out more about this online business. And then we found out that, hey, actually, this is I always like to call it possibility, once in a lifetime opportunity. And it's really a transformation for many of us. So that's where we walk out of our comfort zone. We actually work on this online business. And here we are, having the courage to share with many other people, because we see that this is actually a platform that is feasible to make a change in our life. And it's very typical. And Esther has a different profile compared to me, right? She is a stay-at-home mom. I'm a working mother. So imagine this type of platform is suitable for people of all walks of life from different profile. As a full-time working mother, it is not easy to balance family, children, full-time job, and having a side hustle. But because it's such an amazing platform, so it can suit our time. It can suit our schedule because it's so flexible and portable. So Esther, for stay-at-home mom, would you maybe share with the audience how have it helped you? How can it fit into your schedule?
Yeah, can, sure. So yeah, when we're talking about this platform, right, we are not just talking about starting a business. We actually found that this platform, it offers us this ability to be able to find our passion, to be able to focus on our passion, and at the same time, we are able to also find people who have the same passion and also drive in life, which is very important because they always say that the birds of the same feathers flock together. So when you have that community whereby you are able to share your life, this is where life happens. To me, this is something very important because sometimes in life, like for myself, after being a stay-at-home mom, right, I do realize that sometimes the community, as in people around me, might be a bit more limited compared to if I am working last time. And when I come into this platform, whereby at the same time I'm doing business, but at the same time I have these people around me who consistently feel my energy daily. And I find that this is very important because people is always very important in life.
Of course.
We no man is an island. Is that the word? Correct? Huh. So that was something that I found very, very how to put it, very applicable to me back then. And so as a stay-at-home mother, I feel that this business is very suitable for me. Why? Because the reason why I become a stay-at-home mother is because I needed to focus on my 2 young kids. And when that happens, I really mean focus on them because my eldest just went into standard 1. So there are a lot of adaptation for him and for me as well. So when I do that, my time is actually not as flexible as most people might think. Stay at home mom, you have so much time. It's actually not true. It's actually not true. And I wake up 4 a.m. in the morning to actually prepare breakfast and lunch for my husband, and breakfast and tea time for my kids, everything. I don't know how I still managed to use 2 hours to prepare everything, to make sure everything is fine without leaving anything out. So maybe I took longer time, but to me, it's an adaptation process. So when I focus on this, I don't want to lose out on the part where I earn income as well, because I want to be able to have my own earning power. Being somebody who is brought up in a family whereby my mom insists that women has to be independent, financially independent, I find this business is able to provide me that flexibility. Yeah. So this to me is like that.
Thank you for sharing. And I guess waking up early, like 4 a.m. in the morning, is something that infuses you with energy, right, for the day.
Yeah,
Because that's what you like.
actually does, you know, because
Yeah.
in the morning it's very quiet. And when you actually walk out of the house also, right, you feel that energy. Somehow or other, you just feel the energy. Rather than you walk up packed with people, you will feel a very different energy. Right? So it's actually a very good thing, which I find it thankful also lah.
So really, I think every one of us really have uh, different things that make us infuse with energy, on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So it could be very simple things, like just enjoying your plants, looking at your garden, looking at your pets or whatever. So for me, a very simple thing, like even have a nice cup of coffee in the morning and then reading my favorite book, or in the evening having my favorite Moscato and then just having it, watching my video or whatsoever. So that's good enough. So
Yeah.
how about you, everyone who is watching us live
Yeah,
today
so we
or
just want
watching
to
our
end this
replay?
live video with this
Yes,
question that Jen has posted to you.
right.
What about
So
you?
let us know in comments,
Mm,
where you're from, you're watching us from, and then
mm,
as well, what is it that infuses you with your energy every day? Yeah.
yeah.
So
We,
with that, we thank you for watching our live and our chit chat. I hope you have enjoyed our little bit of sharing more about ourselves. If there's any topics that you want us to share, feel free to comment, and we will see you next week, next Wednesday again.
same
Yeah.
time, 7 p.m.
Thank you, everyone, and
Thank you, everyone.
thanks for watching our Winning Minds, Winning Lives.
Goodbye, everybody. See you.